to Geppetto. Plus I'm Leto, where's my stiletto? Tell Mike Jordan, send me my retros. Used to be bite, but now I'm just hetero. Ain't talking medicine, but I made a morphine. Ever since I put the cookie on quarantine, you know this thing A1 like a felony. All he gotta do is say the...
It was crazy. I was scared. And like I said, it was snowing.
You fell asleep.
It was
like 5 minutes away.
So like no one else was noticing that we were getting closer and closer to the wall.
In shock, I didn't think it would actually hit the wall. My heart was beating. Like, it was that when in scary movies it quiets down and you hear your heart beating. Like,
and I was like, where are they? Are they dead?
And I was just like,
hey guys, it's me and I'm back with another video. Notifications on. Make sure you've liked this video and comment below what type of videos you'd like to see next. So if you are interested in that story time, then keep watching. Hi, my name is Tiana. I'm 21 and this is the time I almost died.
I'm her sister Naya. I have a channel as well. Make sure you check it out. It's called Naya Finesse. I do singing covers and we're probably gonna do a video together in my next post. But just wait for that. Just wait.
Make sure to follow her Instagram.
I'll have Instagram is Naya Blake with 4 A's. N-Y-A-A-A-A Blake.
Alright, I'm gonna do my makeup while we talk. But as you can see by the title, this is going to be a story time about the time we almost died. Yeah. So I was like, when did this happen? I would say either 2018 or 2017.
I just know it was after Christmas break.
If you guys didn't know, I go to college in Queens, New York City. My family is based upstate, so from my school to my hometown is about 4 hours away. So when I come, I only come during like breaks and stuff. I don't really come home that often. So during this particular time, I was home. As my sister said, it was during the Christmas break. I was on my way to the bus station to go back to school. So I remember like I was all packed up because it was my last day and I had already bought my ticket to go on that specific day and at that specific time. My bus was supposed to come at like 6 p.m. so it's like evening time.
Start doing your makeup, girl.
Remember, like we were about to be late. Basically, I remember that because we're always late. But we were about to be late. My bus was supposed to come at 6:30, and we were just leaving the house at like 6:20.
What?
So I knew I was gonna be late, and like I was already anxious because of that, you know.
I feel like I wasn't even gonna go. But then mom was like, no, we're all taking her home.
Yep.
We have to say goodbye and stuff.
I said I don't come home often, so if it was like January time, I probably wouldn't have came back home until probably the end of school because of the fact that our spring break is not that long, and then our Easter break is not very long either. So I don't really like coming out here if I'm not going to be out here for more than a week. Things are very expensive. So we're all getting ready to leave. We're going to be late, as I already know, and it's snowing. So I'm thinking we're going to go. Hopefully I make it so that I can be in New York City before this storm gets worse, and I can just go home and get ready for classes the next day. So we get in the car finally, and my mom is, you know, kind of
rushing.
Yeah, she's rushing. Like, she's kind of anxious too because I'm about to be late, you know, and she don't want me to be late for my bus to leave because she knows that I have school. In the car, and you know, we're just holding our breath. We're just trying to get there safely, you know. And my sister, that's right here, was there, but also my little sister.
Can you please not stand on the bed? You can sit. Sit like we are sitting.
At the time, she was probably like, no. She was probably 5. Everyone came to drop me off, you know? Like I said, we are not driving slow because we were rushing because I was going to miss my bus. So imagine how she was zipping and turning. It was crazy, okay? I was scared. And like I said, it was snowing.
You fell asleep.
Well, at first I was scared. I was also tired. It was late.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Well,
yeah.
she fell asleep, and I
In the
was
car,
still
yeah.
up in the car. Sierra, our youngest sister, she was still up. We were on the highway, like this close to the exit.
I was sleeping, so I don't. The only reason I know this part that she's about to talk about is because my mom and she told me. But when it was going down, I was asleep, and I was in the passenger seat. And my sister Naya and my other sister Sierra were both in the back seat.
So I'm sitting there watching the road because I don't know if I have my phone or whatever, but I was looking outside and I was paying attention to the road, and I saw that the car was like slowly like moving to the right, and there was like a really tall wall. It's a cement wall, like a really tall wall, and it's really high up, tall. So I see the car like turning to the right. I see it moving. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Like, I'm looking out the window and I see that the road is going this way and the car is obviously going this way. So I'm like, I see the car turning and I'm like putting it together in my head because, you know, I'm a little slow. So I'm putting it together in my head like, oh snap, we're about to hit the wall. We're about to hit the wall. Like, don't hit the wall. Like, in my head, I'm like, please don't hit the wall, please don't. I don't know why I didn't say anything, because like I guess I was hoping it wasn't, but it did.
So during this, like, was mom like screaming or something? Like, was anybody making noise?
I don't think
during this,
anybody was doing anything. No.
So no one else was noticing that we were getting closer and closer to the wall.
Well, mom was driving, so she probably noticed it, but she was just like how
Hola, okay, hola. You see a bad bitch coming through ya.
I reacted. Like, I was like,
you were just confused and
I was confused.
Scared. Were you?
Yes.
Would you say you were scared?
Yeah. Yes, I definitely.
I was
like, my heart was beating. Like, it was that when in scary movies it quiets down, you hear your heart beating. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I couldn't even talk or say anything. I was just like, we're about to crash into this wall. Of the car. It was the front, right side of the car.
So the front and the right side. So that means my side, passenger side?
Yeah.
Wow.
And when it impacted, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but it was like everything moved over. Everything swung over to the right. All of us in the car, everything in the car, it swung to the right. And like, so my little sister's on my right side. So when we hit the wall, my head hits her car seat. I remember that car seat because that's what hit me in the face. And I had like a scar on my face here for a while. It was so quick too, so I can't really like describe it specifically. I just know I hit her car seat because it was on my right side. It was loud.
I was still asleep even after the collision. I either like probably just knocked out more because I'm on the side that we hit. So and I was already asleep, so that did not wake me up at all. I was gone asleep even after the collision.
After we hit the wall, the car started like spinning over to the left side. So we impacted and then the car spun, and then the car stopped. Luckily, there was no other cars going down the highway, and nothing else like.
So we were just paused in the middle of the highway. Y'all probably don't believe, like, y'all were in the middle of the highway just sitting there and nobody was driving by. Yes, the town, it wasn't that late. The town that we live in is pretty empty. It's very small. So certain times of the day, like dinner time or like, it's not like New York City where there's rush hour at 5 o'clock. Like everybody's on their way home from work to go have dinner. It's not like that. Like at a certain time, there's nobody on the road, like at all. Maybe you'll see one car, but so it must have been around the time where everyone's just home already. So we really were like by ourselves on the highway, thank God, because that would have been a whole nother story. Paused in the middle of the highway. Everyone is aware and talking and stuff.
Because once we spun and stopped, I was like sitting there still shocked. Sierra's crying because, you know, she's shocked too. But she actually let her emotions show. She's crying.
She's younger.
Mom's
so.
like, she seemed like she was like weak or something. Like she was like out of it. And
Mom
we
didn't
were
say
still
anything?
Asleep. I think she was trying to tell Sierra to like stop crying or something like that.
So Mom turned around and talked to y'all? Or she was still, you just saw the back of her head?
Yeah, I just saw the back of her head. And Sierra was crying. And Mom was like, Sierra, calm down. Yeah. And I was scared. I was like, oh my God.
I don't know how I was still asleep after all the spinning and stuff. I think I was asleep already before we even hit anything. And then after we hit, since it was my side, I think that knocked me out even farther. That's why she's here in this story, because I don't quite know. I was trying to uncover the facts with my sister before this video, and I had a lot of stuff wrong. So I was just like, yeah, you just have to talk, because I really don't know what actually happened. I'll say my part of what I remember of that day. All I remember is waking up in the ambulance, like literally like a movie. I woke up and all these people with masks on are in my face, and I'm lying in the ambulance and I'm looking at them like, what? And the first thing I said to them was, where's my sisters? Where's my mom? And I was like, where are they? Are they dead? Are they dead? And they were like, no, they're not dead. And that's all I needed to know, because why am I in this ambulance by myself? Where is everybody who I was just in the car with?
That's when you woke up? Because
Yes.
I saw you wake. You like
out.
kind of woke up, but like I guess you don't remember.
I was probably unconscious. Like I was probably like semi-conscious.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember that at all.
After the car stopped, soon after somebody was driving, obviously, so they saw us.
Mom didn't like get on the phone with anybody? You didn't see that?
Called her boyfriend, and someone like saw us, and they like came and stopped and called the police for us and stuff, and they were like asking how we were, if we were okay.
A stranger. Did Mom like even notice that I was still like asleep?
I think she did. I think she was trying to wake you up.
Okay.
But
it wasn't working.
No, you were still asleep.
I don't remember being awake in the car except for when we were first driving. I don't even remember when I started falling asleep. Probably like right before.
Yeah, but then the ambulance came, they took you and put you inside of the truck.
And they probably put me in there because they probably thought that I was like really hurt. I was bleeding from my head, and I had my hair was out big. It was bigger than this because I had like a big afro on my hair, and I was bleeding from my head. I had blood on my sweatshirt. I was wearing a gray sweatshirt that day. If I can find the picture that me and my sister took right before we left for the station, I'll show you guys so you can kind of see what I looked like. But I had my hood on over my hair, a gray sweatshirt on, and I remember when I woke up, I had blood drip like all over my sweatshirt. So yeah, that's what the ambulance and my sister saw, and I was knocked out. I can only imagine what my black mother was thinking when I'm not waking up and I'm bleeding from my head.
I said, I don't think Cece got a scratch.
I don't think she would remember. She was really young. I think it was before she even turned 5. Yeah, I think it was before she turned 5. And if she does tell us something, it's gonna be exaggerated. And then they told me they were taking me to the hospital, and that's where they took me. And I got like a short evaluation to make sure that I didn't have a concussion, because as you guys remember, the car hit on the right side. So, and I was on the passenger side, which is the right side of the car. I was unconscious for a long time. So yeah, they did a quick assessment on me to make sure that I was okay. I have no itches. And that everything was good. And I just had like a bad headache. And I had a cut in my head. That's where the bleeding was coming from. I had a cut in my head. It was a pretty small cut, but it was bleeding, which was scary. And what did you guys do when you got to the hospital? Like, what?
Well, the stranger called 911, so we, the cops were like, you guys okay? Da da da. I guess they asked mom questions. And then, he took us to the hospital in the cop car. I was in the back of a cop car.
Come?
No.
I don't know why I thought he took us to the hospital. I know he's the one who picked us up, because obviously we couldn't drive away.
Right, so he eventually met us at the hospital. My fault. My brain is just different. So we were in the cop car. It's very uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah. Like my feet were like this in the bottom, and I was like, my foot's gonna
Well, I mean,
break.
all three of you were in there, so yeah.
We're going to the hospital. We get to the hospital. It was like a hallway, and there was sections of like people that were in different.
So all three of you were in different sections?
No, we were in one section, but there was a bunch of different sections anybody else could be in. So there was just curtains separating us. Nothing special. She gave me an ice pack.
Yeah.
And Cece was watching cartoons because they had a little TV.
It really could have been so much worse, okay? Y'all don't even know the half. For real. So yeah, we finally got picked up by my mom's boyfriend. He came and got us from the hospital, and we just went and got food. We were thankfully okay. My little sister was totally fine. My mom was okay. I was really the only one who had like bleeding, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, thankfully everyone turned out to be fine. But that was the time we almost died. Period. And if you guys like story times like this, I've actually experienced these types of things a few times. I've almost died a total of 3 times, including this one. So just comment down below if you guys want to hear about those 2 times that I almost died. And thank you for watching. If you got this far in the video, you a real one. Make sure you comment, guys. I like to see when you guys are engaged and comment, because it really lets me know my type, like my audience, and also it lets me know, like, if you comment what you like, it helps me with what type of content I'm more likely to create. You guys can just tell me what you like off rip, then I'm more likely to create what you guys like. So just don't be scared, I guess I could say, and letting me know what you'd rather see from my channel, because that helps me more than you even can imagine. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are safe and sound and are doing okay during this hard time of quarantine. It's been tough. I think I'm speaking for a lot of people when I say it's been tough and rough and boring.
But thank you to all the healthcare workers doing their job and doing their thing to help people that are sick and ill. We need you. You know, if we didn't have you, we'd be dead.
Ain't talking medicine, but I made a morphine. Ever since I put the cookie on quarantine.